The shadows begin. The city felt different after the fourth day of testimony. What had started as a quiet paternity lawsuit had now become a national story. Every news channel discussed it. Headlines questioned the reputation of billionaire Yejun Ha-jun, the once untouchable corporate titan. But outside the courtroom, something else had begun to happen. Something quieter, something darker. The first incident happened 2 nights after Hana Kim testified. She noticed the car when she left the small convenience store near her apartment. A black sedan parked across the street. The engine was running. 2 men sat inside. They didn't approach her. They didn't speak. They sat in the car and watched her. But when she walked toward her apartment building, the car slowly rolled forward and stopped again at the end of the street. Watching, Hana told herself it was coincidence, until the same car appeared the following night. Across the city, Jia Park experienced something even stranger. She returned home one evening to find her front door slightly open. At first, she thought she had forgotten to lock it, but when she stepped inside, she immediately knew something was wrong. Someone had been inside her apartment. The drawers were left open. She looked around, afraid the burglar might still be inside her home. Then the kitchen. The kitchen cupboards had been disturbed. Papers from her desk were scattered across the floor. Nothing had been stolen. Her laptop was still there, her jewelry untouched, but someone had clearly been inside. Searching. Searching for what exactly? She immediately called the city Metropolitan Police. The police came that evening. 2 officers walked through the apartment carefully. They examined the lock, checked the windows. One of them looked around the living room thoughtfully. "Are you involved in anything public right now?" he asked. Jia hesitated. Then she nodded. "A court case." The officer exchanged a glance with his partner. "Well," he said carefully, "there's no sign of forced entry." He closed his notebook. "If you notice anything unusual again, give us a call." But Jia knew what the officer hadn't said. Without evidence, there was nothing they could do. The third report came from Mina Choi. Late one evening, she received a phone call from an unknown number. The voice on the line was calm, polite, almost friendly. "You should consider what is best for your daughter." Mina froze. The voice continued. "Court cases can be exhausting." A pause. "Perhaps it would be wiser to move on with your life." Then the call ended. The number could not be traced. Within days, Yuna's attorney began receiving messages from the witnesses, each one describing something similar: cars watching them, unknown calls, strangers appearing near their homes. Individually, none of the incidents proved anything. Together, they felt like a warning. The media began to notice. A journalist asked one of the women outside the courthouse if she felt safe. Her answer spread across every news network that evening. "We're not afraid," she said, "but we know someone is trying to make us afraid." Inside Yejun Ha-jun's corporate headquarters, the atmosphere remained perfectly calm. Publicly, Yejun denied everything. During a press statement arranged by his legal team, he spoke with the same composed authority the public had always admired. "These accusations are deeply unfortunate," he said. "My legal team and I are cooperating fully with the court." A reporter raised a question. "Mr. Ha-jun, are you aware that several witnesses have reported intimidation?" Yejun looked mildly surprised. "Intimidation?" he repeated, then laughed. He shook his head slowly. "I have no knowledge of such claims." His lawyers quickly ended the press conference. That evening, Yuna received a visitor, an older man from Yejun's company, someone she had met many times during the early years of the marriage. He stood quietly in the doorway of her house. "I came to speak with you privately," he said. Yuna allowed him inside. They sat across from each other in the living room. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Finally, the man sighed. "You know how powerful your husband is. he said gently. Yuna said nothing. This case, he continued carefully, will not end the way you think. She looked at him. Are you threatening me? The man shook his head quickly. No. A pause. I'm warning you. He leaned forward slightly. Powerful men rarely fight battles in court. His voice dropped lower. They win them before the trial begins. Then he stood and quietly left. That night, Yuna sat alone in the living room for a long time. The house was silent. Her phone buzzed with another message from one of the witnesses. A photograph. It showed the same black sedan parked outside her building, watching, waiting. Yuna closed her eyes for a moment. Fear had followed her for years. Silence had protected Ye-jun for even longer. But something had changed. This time she was not alone. When she finally opened her eyes again, her decision was clear. No threats, no shadows, no powerful empire would stop the truth from reaching the courtroom. Because in only a few days, the DNA results would arrive. And when they did, even the most powerful man in the city might not be able to escape them.